Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, where every single Monday morning I'll post a video going through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. But before we get started, we got to thank today's video sponsor, and that is Resinova. These guys have a project that drops tomorrow, July 9th on Kickstarter. You can hit the link now and it'll remind you. But they have some beautiful products, the Pokemon Evolution Cubes. I even showed them to my wife. She wants them all. You know, they got Umbreon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, a bunch of evolutions. So definitely check them out. The link is in the description. All right, let's get started. We are starting off with 151. We got a few things moving. Kind of surprising. Look at the 151 Alakazam EX box. You know, was $26. Last sold $39.99, $37.17, $33.99. A bunch of 33s, a bunch of 39s. Honestly, pretty crazy for that box. You know, it's been so cheap for the longest time. Even the Zapdos box is moving. You know, was 26, last sold 29, 29, 27. So, you know, if you're going to maybe get one, I'd probably get the Zapdos one before that one goes up next. Pretty wild for these smaller boxes, but it's been a long time, you know. The 151 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box is moving up. The regular one is just hanging out. Last sold 125, 122, 122. A couple more 125s. So yeah, a good amount for 151 is actually moving. The booster bundle, you know, we had that on last week. Still last sold 44, 44, 44. So, all right, next, Crown Zenith. Not a ton moving, but we got a couple things. The Crown Zenith pin collection moving a little bit. Last sold 1635, 1635, 1635. Not too bad. And the mini tin display, it's moving up. Last sold 120, 120, 120. Just happy to see some stuff moving up for Crown Zenith. I absolutely love this set. But that's about it for Crown Zenith. Next, we got Evolving Skies. The booster box price now, we have a decent sale, $749. It's moving again, 707, 705, 704, 700. Another one for $749, 725, 699, 707. So yeah, we got a few other things moving too. We got the Umbreon pack. 3-pack is still moving. That sold $79.95, so about 3. Another one at $79. A couple at $76. This is a super good pack. I do enjoy the Umbreon promo too. I usually don't like those very much, but that's a pretty good looking one. I think the build and battle box is still moving up. Last sold 76, 71, 74. Yeah, ton of stuff. The ETBs still moving a tiny bit. Someone got one at 139. This is the regular Vaporeon one. And let's check the other one. This is the Flareon one. Last sold 137, 137, 140. This is also the one with the Umbreon. That's why it's a little more expensive. So yeah, a lot of stuff for Evolving Skies is moving. Kind of crazy because everything is going down right now. A lot of stuff in Pokemon. You know, it's just starting to come down a little bit. Got all hyped up, starting to level out. But now Evolving Skies is moving. All right, for Celebrations, we do not have a ton moving. The only couple things that I seen was the Celebrations Premium Figure Collection box. Kind of coming back up. Last sold 65, 65, 52. And the mini tin display moving up a little bit. Last sold 149, 144, 144. So not too bad. All right. We are on the Pokemon Center website, just checking quickly, see what's in stock. Silver Tempest is still in stock. And Stellar Crown is in stock, which, honestly, the set's looking pretty good. If we get a Lapras Special Illustration Rare and a Cinderace Special Illustration Rare, I think the set's going to be crazy. Checking the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, Fusion Strike is still in stock. Lost Origin, Brilliant Stars. And the Stellar Crown ETBs are in stock now. Astral Radiance. Shrouded Fable. Next, we're on the UK Pokemon Center website, just seeing what they got. They got Brilliant Stars. They also got Fusion Strike, Astral Radiance, Paldea Evolved, and Battle Styles. Good amount in the UK, but they can only order like 1 or 2 per order. But I've heard they can make multiple orders in a day. So, all right, hopping a TCG player. These are all of the Sword and Shield booster boxes that are still technically going up. Lost Origin is so close to hitting that $200 mark. We have so many sales at $199. $199, $199, $199. Getting so close. All right, let's check the other ones here. Astral Radiance is coming back up. We got a decent sale for that one. So we got 2 at $194. Otherwise, the same day, someone got one for 162 and 172 the day before that. And Vivid Voltage had a couple decent sales. Someone bought 2 at 149, 2 at 147, another one at 143. And Darkness Ablaze is moving up. Couple sales over 150 now. We got 156, 156, 153, a couple at 140. All right, let's check that last one. I believe it was Fusion Strike. Getting close to that 250 mark. Just won't get there. Was down to 234. Last sold 239, 234, 244, 244, 241, 244. Next, a Paldea Evolved Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. Honestly, every single Scarlet and Violet set, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, is doing good. I think every one is at least up $10, with some of them being up, $20, $30, $35 already. Last sold 83, 91, 83, 96, 90, 96, 94. So for these newer sets like Team Rocket, the Evolution set, and probably even the Dragon set, I am for sure ordering a bunch of Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes because they're doing great. I mean, look at 151. Even like Celebrations is doing good. Like everyone is doing pretty solid besides the regular Sword and Shield ones that are still in stock. But of course, they're still in stock. Once they go out of stock, I really think they will start to climb. And you do have to remember, those don't have promos. These have 2 promos, 1 stamp that's worth a good amount of money and even more packs. So you really can't compare Sword and Shield ETBs to Scarlet and Violet ETBs. They're completely different. All right, next we got the Team Up Booster Box. We got a couple big sales here, all in the last few days. Someone bought one for $2,400, someone bought one for $24.99, and someone bought one for $23.89. Otherwise, it was about a month before that we got a sale. Super awesome box, crazy set. But honestly, you compare this to Evolving Skies, Evolving Skies kind of wins. Like, no joke. Like, there's way more cards in Evolving Skies that are actually chase cards. It's close. I've compared the sets many, many times, and Evolving Skies just takes the cake a little bit. But tag team cards are absolutely beautiful. And it's kind of hard to beat cards when you have 2 super awesome Pokemon in there. So you could argue that Team Up does win, but it's close. All right, Japanese 151 booster boxes. We're just checking the last sold prices on eBay. $69.99 with shrink. We got a bid here for $70 with the shipping with shrink. 73, 63 without shrink. So we got 2 with shrink for 130, 130 again, without shrink for 60, sealed for 68. Another one here for 90, 63 no shrink. So it looks like it's minimum $70 on eBay to get one with shrink wrap. So definitely going up a little bit from where we were a few weeks ago when you could find these all day for, $60. All right, next, getting to some cards. We got the Dendra from Paldea Evolved. Throwing a couple special illustration rare trainers in here, even though I do not collect these guys, but got to check on them. Was, $8.41. Last sold $10.99, $10.90, $10.76, $10. Pretty good looking card. Next, we got the Iono from Paldean Fates. This is number 237 out of 91. And last sold 27, 37, 36, 26, 33, 20. So prices are all over the place. It was $43. Went down to the mid 20s. Now finally starting to come back up with a few sales there in the 30s. Next, we got some Sun and Moon Cosmic Eclipse secret rare cards. Now these are basically the first trainer gallery cards and super underrated cards. Love them. In my opinion, they blow most of the non-textured trainer gallery cards out of the water too for Sword and Shield. All right, let's check some prices. We got the Weavile here. Love this art. Was $233, last sold $270 in near mint. Lately paid for $3. Couple near mints for $270, $280. So they're not going up a ton. I just noticed they're all starting to climb a little bit, or they have in the last few weeks. The Gallade, starting to come up a little bit. Last sold $276, $299. Yeah, if you guys do not know about these cards, and it's very easy to collect them. There's not very many of them. I definitely recommend, if you do like trainer galleries and you got all those, you need these too, because they are for sure trainer gallery cards. Love this Torkoal. Was 357, last sold 407, 418. So pretty cheap. And the Steelix, I love this Koffing here. The purple on this card just pops. Was 686 down to 620. Last sold 550, 849. Model he played for 504. Yeah, I love these cards. I do have all of these cards. There's a couple that I would like to replace for a little bit better condition that I would say are a little bit more lightly played. But I actually pulled a good amount of these cards. Mimikyu is coming up. Another beautiful card. Was 854, last sold 950, 954, $8. Was 1093 before that. Let's check the year high for Mimikyu. Was 1705. So these cards can definitely get back up there. And it for sure wasn't in rotation or anything. This card's getting pretty old. So, all right, next we got a couple tag team alternate arts. I love this card. It's the one that looks like a statue. And this is the Arceus, the Dialga, and the Palkia tag team. Just starting to come up a little bit. I just noticed it. I've been watching this card because I need this card. So I just noticed, I was watching it. Hopefully it was getting down below 150, but as soon as it hit that 160 mark, last sold 167, 168, 166. Lightly paid for 160 and near mint for 162, 170. Sucks. I was legit going to buy this card at $150 near mint. And boom, started to go back up. All right, next we got the Latios and Latios. We got a pretty crazy sale here. $975 near mint raw. Let's check a couple of these ones. We got one for $500, says near mint with a picture. $790 with a picture, says near mint $725. So yeah, the $975 is a pretty crazy sale for that card raw. Absolutely beautiful card. I still need this card. Very disappointing. All right, we're going to hop to pokedata.io and we're going to check some things that I feel like nobody ever really talks about. We are going to check, not the Magikarp and all that, but we're going to check some of these lower tier illustration rare cards in a PSA 10, like Sudowoodo. Yeah, I noticed a good amount of the illustration rares are starting to climb back up in this PSA 10. So it was down to 102, now $152 in a PSA 10 for Sudowoodo. Beautiful card, love it. All right, let's check Heracross, one of my favorite illustration rares, and I love Heracross. No joke. Top 10 favorite Pokemon. This card was $95 in a PSA 10, up to $149, now $199. Pretty expensive for that card. But just know a lot of these cards are pretty tough to grade. The illustration rares are definitely harder to grade than these special illustration rares. Let's check this Baxcalibur. I love this card, and I actually really enjoy the Pokemon. Was $51 in a PSA 10, now $92. Let's check a starter Pokemon. Let's do Quaxly. Where's Quaxly? Right here. Quaxly's also going up. Not every single one of these cards is going up, but I think they will start to go up, especially for this set. So the high was $250 in February 2024, down to $200, down to $168, down to $145, back up to $198 in July. So yeah, a good amount of these guys are going up. So just know, if you're sitting on these, if you have some of these illustration rares, check them out. If the condition is beautiful, the centering's good, it's not all cut bad and whitening, send them in to get graded. You're turning a, $7 card into a $200 card. But just know, if there's whitening, it's off-centered, you're probably not going to get the 10. And a PSA 9 is not worth very much at all. $20. $19 sold in July 6th. So just know, be picky if you're going to send in these illustration rares. But I know a ton of people that are sitting on a bunch of these. They're very cheap, and not a lot of people knew that they were going to be worth this much money graded. So yeah, definitely check that out. All right, 151. Now I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about these cards, in PSA 10 and stuff like that, but let's check the Blastoise. I think he is starting to go back up in a PSA 10. It was down to 144. Now 167. Let's see. The Venusaur, check him. Was 114. Now 163. Got to check the Zapdos. Beautiful card. I'm just obsessed with this card. Was $95 up to $138 now. Getting kind of expensive for that card, but even that, even $150 for that card is relatively cheap. The Charizard is coming down a little bit. I will check the price since we're here. You know, it was $302, got up to $375, leveling out to $350. So not really coming down much. All right, let's check a few others here, especially these illustration rares. Squirtle was 103 up to 136, leveling out at 130. The Bulbasaur, gotta check him, was 84 up to 115 in a PSA 10. Alakazam EX, gotta check that one. Was $85 in a PSA 10, now $121. Let's see here, gotta check the Charmander. Yeah, so many of these are going up in a PSA 10, it's just crazy. Was 123 up to $170 now in a PSA 10, just for the Charmander. Let's check the Pikachu. Was 59 up to 101, now leveling out about 90. And then I'm going to check a full art. Just a random full art. Wait, I got to check Dragonair. Sorry. Got to check my boy Dragonair. Up to $71. I'm so upset. I wanted to get a bunch of these at 50. I was hoping they were going to get to like 45, 40 in a PSA 10, and then I was going to buy a bunch of them. But I missed out. Blastoise EX, full art, secret rare. Just seeing if this card's going up to. Was 50, up to 60, back down to 50. So right now it's at 52.97. So not really moving a ton. They're very, very beautiful full arts. You know, I love the backgrounds. I just wish the texture was a little better, but that's my only complaint. All right, last on the list, we're checking out Night Wander. This is a Japanese set, which is going to be our Shrouded Fable. We're checking some of these special illustration rares, which, honestly, I just seen a very, very good video of these cards close up in Japanese. And honestly, it doesn't even look like they have very good texture or anything. I don't know what they did with these cards. Again, got to see them in person, but looks like the Cassiopeia is the most expensive at $53.22. It's a trainer card. Then the Gold Earthen Vessel, 45. Then the Fezandipiti EX is at 43. The Pecharunt EX is at 22. The Okidoki EX is at 19. And the Monkey Dory EX is at 17.55. Honestly, pretty cheap for these cards. There's a chance these might even be cheaper than the Ogerpons when they come out, but I think people will like these a little more than the Ogerpons. But no joke, they look pretty similar to full arts to me. Like it's just a black background for all of them. And then it's just a Pokemon up close. It's like a Prime card almost. Yeah, it's super crazy how cheap these cards are already. But you never know. For English, I'm sure a bunch of these cards are going to get hyped up. But I guarantee you for pre-release, they won't be that expensive. They'll wait until they come out. Then they can get a bunch of them, you know, super cheap. Buy them all up at $30, $50, $60, whatever it is. Then they jack up the price. But yeah, all right, that was today's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys do see anything moving up or down in the market, please let me know. It helps out so much. And then too, if you really want to help me out, go check out my Instagram. Give me a follow there. I'm trying to blow that up. I show my collection there, and I also show when new cards drop and stuff like that. Otherwise, make sure you leave a comment and a like. And I always comment back to every single person. Even if my views quadruple from here, I'm still going to do that. You can also join my membership. It's only 99 cents a month. And you can check out my eBay store. We got 100% positive feedback with over 20,000 cards sold. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you want to watch my last Sunday video where I rank every single special illustration rare, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.